It was past 4 a.m. when my phone rang. The number flashing on the screen was hers, my wife, Jenna. I groggily answered, thinking it was an emergency or maybe a nightmare she had experienced. "Please, please don't open it," she whispered, her voice trembling, barely audible over the hum of the night. I rubbed my eyes, trying to shake off the confusion. "What are you talking about?" I asked, my voice thick with sleep. "The message. The one on my phone. It's not what you think," she said, sobbing. I can explain. Please. Just don't look at it." I froze. My pulse quickened, my gut twisted. There was only one problem. My curiosity, my need to know the truth was overpowering. "Jenna, I need to know," I said quietly, but firmly. "I can't just pretend there isn't something going on if there is. I need honesty." Her silence after that was deafening, punctuated only by quiet sobs. I sat up in bed, gripping my phone. The message was sitting there on her phone, a notification that had been accidentally sent, a preview that had illuminated the dark room like a spotlight on our marriage. My hand hovered over the screen, but she was begging me not to. "Please," she whispered again. "Don't. It'll ruin everything." I felt a mix of anger, fear, and betrayal. Her tone, her desperation, her pleading, it told me more than words ever could. There was guilt there. There was shame. There was truth. I couldn't ignore it. Not anymore. I got out of bed and walked to the living room. She followed me, tears streaking her face, hands trembling. "I swear, I didn't mean for you to see it. It's complicated. I love you. Complicated?" I asked, voice low but steady. "What's complicated about lying to me? About hiding messages from me? About crying at 4 a.m., begging me not to see the truth?" She bit her lip, shaking her head. "It's not like that. Then explain," I said. "Explain why your phone at 4 a.m. has a message you don't want me to see. Explain why you're calling me in tears, begging me to ignore it. Explain why I have to figure out the truth from your panic instead of honesty." Her tears fell faster now. She covered her face with her hands, shaking. I was talking to him. I didn't want you to know. I didn't mean for it to go this far." My chest tightened. The words hit harder than I expected. Betrayal isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's a message accidentally revealed. A phone glowing in the dark. A confession made without intending to. "You didn't mean for it to go this far," I echoed, disbelief and hurt mixing in my voice. "You didn't mean to betray me? You didn't mean to risk everything we built together? You didn't mean for me to sit here at 4 a.m. listening to you beg me not to see the truth?" She shook her head again, sobbing uncontrollably now. I love you. I love you, I swear. But I messed up. I didn't think about what it would do. I panicked. I felt the air grow heavy between us. Her confession, her panic, her tears. They confirmed everything I had feared but hadn't wanted to admit. The person I had trusted most in the world had made a choice that shattered that trust. I can't do this," I said finally, my voice breaking. "I can't pretend everything is okay. I can't act like nothing happened. This changes everything. You called me in the middle of the night, begging me not to see the truth, and that tells me more than the message ever could." She reached for me, desperate, pleading. "Please, I'll do anything. I'll fix this. But I stepped back. I need space. I need to think. I need to process the fact that the person I trusted, the person I loved, chose secrecy over honesty. I can't just go back to normal. Not tonight. Not ever, maybe." Her sobs filled the room, but I didn't move closer. The betrayal was too raw, the trust too broken. I walked to the door, grabbing my coat, ready to step outside for a long walk, some air, some clarity. The night was quiet except for her cries and the soft hum of the city outside. I realized then that sometimes the worst betrayals aren't confrontations, arguments, or fights. They're the quiet moments where you discover someone you love has been living a secret life, and they call you in panic only when they're afraid of being caught. I stepped outside, leaving her behind in tears, the glow of her phone still visible from the doorway. It wasn't just the message I saw. It was the truth, the reality of her choices, and the shattering of everything I thought I knew. By the time dawn broke, I had walked for miles, trying to process the storm inside me. The phone, the call, the sobs, they haunted me, but they also clarified something important. I couldn't ignore betrayal, no matter how small or large. I couldn't pretend that a life built on secrecy and panic was the life I wanted to continue. That morning, I realized that sometimes silence and walking away speak louder than confrontation. Sometimes the truth comes in tears at 4 a.m., and the only choice left is to reclaim yourself before you lose yourself completely. And as I watched the city wake around me, I understood that I was at a crossroads. I could forgive, I could stay, or I could leave. And for the first time in a long time, I knew which choice preserved my dignity, my self-respect, and my sanity.